Hey folks, today we're in the garage and we're going to be replacing the oil and filter on this 2017 Honda Civic. It is a 1.5 liter turbo and we've got all of the materials here. Got some Mobil 1 0W20 and a Fram Tough Guard 7317 filter. The Honda Earth Dreams Technology Turbo. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. Okay, we got this thing up on some ramps here. These ramps are a little bit steep, so I had to use some boards at the entrance to the ramp. We are going to look for a jacking point right now. Okay folks, so we're in the front of this vehicle and it is up on the ramps. That seems to be the best option at this point because the jacking point is right here. That's one of them. That is the frame. And I suppose you might be able to do something on the frame up in this area, but the problem is it does not appear that there is anything up towards the front of the vehicle, so I would not try to trust it on the front. So we're going to leave it on the ramps right now, and then looking at the setup here, the engine oil drain plug is right there, and then your oil filter is right there towards the it's on the left hand side of the car. Okay, as always, the first thing we do is get ourselves a drain pan. You can either use this metal type or whatever you have to get underneath the oil drain plugs, you're not getting it all over the floor. And then secondly, I've got my used oil jug here that I take back to the auto parts store and they recycle the oil for me. All right, so starting up on the top of the car, we do have the oil dipstick here, and then we have the oil fill plug here. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that open. When we crack that drain plug open, it's gonna drain freely. Okay, we got ourselves the right size wrench for the drain plug, and it is a 17 millimeter. And we're going to go ahead and clean up the area around the drain plug before we even pull it. Okay, this area around this drain plug is a little dirty, so we're going to clean this up first. And on the bottom. All right, looks good. All right, so we're going to get the pan underneath the area, and usually when you crack this thing open, it's going to spill out pretty quickly. So sometimes what I do is I hold the pan up there first. All right. All right, so let's figure this thing out here. Whoa.
Oh, what the hell?
All right, that was actually pretty loose. Okay, folks, we had a little situation here where there was some oil residue on the oil pan, and turns out that the drain plug was actually, it wasn't loose, but it was not very tight. I probably could have loosened it with my finger. So the guys at the quick oil change place that this vehicle was serviced at last time did not put good enough torque on that drain plug. So that's why I do not trust those guys, and I do this job myself. All right, so usually what I do here when I pull this drain plug is I use one hand to remove the drain plug and the other hand to hold the pan, because when this stuff comes out initially, it's going to really flow out of there. So avoid getting it all over the place. See, there we go. All right. We're going to look at the condition of the drain plug, get that cleaned up. Man, this oil really stinks too. It smells, almost has a gas smell. That's a little concerning, but anyway, clean out the drain plug. Make sure that your gasket is in good shape. If the gasket is not in good shape, I would recommend replacing it. This one looks pretty decent, so we'll keep it. But the main thing is we're going to make sure we've got the proper torque on this drain plug when we put it back in there, because again, it was super loose. Okay, so we're going to put this oil drain plug back in here. It's still dripping a little bit, but we'll get this thing in there. Well, the drain plug is all cleaned up, and I just want to make sure the area around the drain plug is cleaned very good. The torque specification on this thing is 30 foot-pounds, so I am going to use my wonderful electronic torque wrench. Okay. All right, I'm going to get this oil pan out of here and then just start torquing this down. Okay, perfect. It's 30, 31. And I'm just going to give it another little scooch, make sure it's tight. Okay, so there's a couple of different types of oil filter tools. This one will use another method. I have a big channel locks. Okay, so there's more than one method that you can use to get these oil filters off. I do happen to have a large channel locks that I use from time to time. So just make sure that you're not damaging any part of the engine or anything like that when you're using this thing. All right, the main idea here is just to get the thing loose. All right, so okay, we'll get our oil drain pan back underneath there, and then finally should be able to get this rest of the way by hand. And yes, it's going to drip, so just be prepared with some rags. Just get that filter all the way loose. All right. Okay, so we've got the oil filter out of here, and you want to make sure that that area where the gasket is going to seat is clean. Okay, so make sure that's completely clean. I'm going to get my filter out here. It's the Fram TG7317. And you always want to use a little bit of oil and make sure your gasket is lubricated. It doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, and then we're going to get that guy right up on there. Make sure you're not cross-threading it. And then snug it. And then usually it's like 3/4 of a turn or something, but I like to make sure it's nice and tight. And sometimes I even use the wrench to give it an extra little bit of torque, but this is nice and tight. It's got some abrasive on the bottom here that you can grip on, so it's good and tight. It's calling for 3.7 liters. What we want to do is, this is 4.73 liters, so we're going to use enough so that we have 1 liter left in the jug here. First thing I want to do here, though, is make sure that my fill plug is nice and clean. And then here, I want to carefully clean this. So I just want to clean this real well around this fill plug. Okay, you want to make sure you have a nice clean funnel and that it's sized properly for the fill hole. And then here on the oil, it does have a seal, so make sure you don't get any of this junk in there so that it's going to go inside your engine. So just be careful when you're opening that up. So again, we're going to make sure we have 1 liter left in here because this is 4.7 liters. The car is calling for 3.7 liters. So I'm just going to pour this slowly. And before you start dumping the oil in, again, make double sure that your oil drain plug is tight and your filter is on there tight. Otherwise, it's going to be draining out the bottom as you're pouring it in. And the viscosity on this 0W20, this stuff is super thin. It's like water. Okay, so we're watching to make sure that we have 1 liter left. We're up just above a liter, and I'm just going to dump a little more in. It is important to make sure that you don't overfill it, because if you do, that could cause some problems with your engine. And the other thing is you're going to have to loosen the drain plug to get it out of there again, and that's going to be a little bit of a hassle. And then we're going to fire this thing up and get it down off the ramps. I want to make sure that the vehicle is on a level surface before I check the oil. Okay, so we just started the engine and got it down off the ramps, and want to let this thing sit for just a second, and then we'll check the oil level. Okay, so here we're going to do the final check on the oil level, and here's our dipstick. It looks quite dirty around that area as well, so we just get a little clean on that. Make sure we're not dragging dust and debris back into the oil. Okay, when you check it, make sure your dipstick is clean, and it is likely going to be in between those 2 dots on the dipstick. I don't see any other indication here of what the level should be. This oil is so thin, it's like...
Oh yeah, no, I can see it.
It's like water. It looks like it is right at the top notch there. So I think 3.7 liters is going to be just perfect here. Again, we've got 0W20. Okay, so one housekeeping thing that I do is I cut off the top of the oil filter box, and I always write down the mileage and the date that I changed it. So mileage 77,309, and the date is 6/14/25. Changed at, okay. You know, you can reset the oil meter in your car if you have one, but I always like to record when it was done and what the mileage was when it was done. Unfortunately, I didn't clean the pan completely before I did this, but it was relatively clean. So I'm just gonna leave a little bit of this oil in there, and then the best thing to do is take this thing out in the sun. So here we can see it's almost like panning for gold. You want to see if there's any metal shavings in there. That's really what you're looking for. Now, something like this, I mean, it might be a piece of a gasket or something like that. That could have been in the pan before we started. But what I'm really looking for here is metal shavings, and I don't see any. There's a little bit of debris here. It might be like sand or something, dust that was in there already. So I'm not going to stress over that too bad, but actually this looks real good. Again, should have cleaned the pan first, but my bad. But anyway, it looks pretty good. So, okay, this one's a wrap. Thanks for watching.